What's going on, everybody? It's DJ Thraga. I want to do this video on people who take their own lives in prison. It's definitely a thing. It absolutely happens. And what's wild is like, as soon as it happens, it's like people forget about it. I'm telling you, these guys, this shit happens in there. It's not like a daily occurrence or anything, but I bet you you'll see a lot of people commenting like they've experienced this, like they've seen this in prison, in jail. Like people take their lives in jail. It's a very trying time. It's very, very hard for some people. It's very hard for them to cope. I know this one guy. I'm not gonna say his name or anything like that, out of respect for him. He's definitely no longer with us, but he was on the phone, and his girl basically told him that she didn't want to fuck with him anymore. She was done with him, and she was moving on. And they argued. They got into it, rah 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 shit. Very, very extremely common in jail. This is an everyday thing. People argue, get into it with their girl, go off slamming the phone down. It's not. Most people don't even. You just giggle about it and keep it pushing. It's not even. You don't even think about it when you hear it, because it's common like that. Anyway, so he argues with his girl. They get off the phone. He's pissed, and he immediately goes from furious to like whatever, which is also common, pretty common. He walks inside the unit. I remember it was chicken on the bone day. It was chicken on the bone day. The day they serve chicken on the bone in chow, whatever. And it's a pretty common day. Everybody goes to chow on this day, right? Almost the whole yard is gonna have long lines. Anyway, he goes back to the unit. The unit is they getting ready to go to chow, right? So he kind of stays back. They're breaking the doors. People rushing out. Everybody trying to rush to the chow hall. He's kind of out of the way, letting people get by and go to chow. He goes up. He gets to his tier. He's on the 4th tier. He gets to walking down the tier. There was a guy, I think he forgot his ID. He was hanging out by his door so the guard can let him back in and get his ID so he can go to chow. He seen the guy walking down the tier and just had this look on his face. And he said he just decided to speak to him. They weren't close or anything. And he was like, "Hey, man, you going to chow to get that chicken on the bone?" And the guy was like, "Nah, not today, man. Not today." And he reached inside a cell, just a random cell. There was a pillow on the bed right there. He reached inside, grabbed the pillow, and started picking up speed down the tier and jumped like Olympic style, like backwards over the rail, flat, put the pillow behind his head and just fell all the way down, smacked the ground. His head actually cracked open and his brain slid across the floor. Parole violator. He, of course, pronounced dead at the Sally Port. Never right there, because you never die in the prison. Yeah, man. People taking their lives, suicide in prison is real, man. Those guys are going through a lot. They're very stressed out. They're being taken away from their loved ones, taken away from their life, livelihood, all that. You know, usually it's their own decisions, their own choices that got them there. So, you know, nobody owes them anything, but, you know, guys in there are very stressed a lot. Most of them, if almost all, probably everybody to some extent, you know. So anybody dealing with somebody in jail, they might get on your nerves or bug you a little bit. You know, just take it easy on them, man. When you're talking to them, just try to go a little bit light on them. Just understand that, you know, people out in the street tend to think that, oh, you just sitting in there, nothing's happening, man. Them motherfuckers basically sitting in there in a cage, going through it, like stressed the fuck out about life. They men, they people, they want to get out and take care of their families or just live. And you think of all the wrongs and all the relationships you fucked up, and, you know, a kind word, just a kind word could go a long way, potentially save a life. I got 100 more stories, probably not 100, but I got a lot more stories of similar situations, you know, guys taking their lives. I've seen it happen more than a few times. I did a lot of time, man. And kind word goes a long way. A kind word goes a long way. So if you can, if you know somebody, simple letter, a picture, just a simple, and it's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late. They're sitting in there, man. They'll be happy as fuck to hear from you today. They'll be happy as fuck to hear from you right now. A letter, they'll get it in 3 days or some shit. They'll be ecstatic. All right, maybe you forgot about them the last 4 years. Trust me, they want to hear from you. A kind word could go a long way. Could save their life, could save somebody else's life. You never know. The small situation spark. Next thing you know, you done kill somebody. You know, things happen. It gets crazy in there you wouldn't even imagine. So, just some kind words for those people if you can. If you can find it in your heart, just a kind gesture, a kind word. It don't have to be money. If you got some money, send it to them. If you don't, you don't, man. It's cool. A letter, a JPay, an email, whatever, cord links, whatever, you know, system, whatever, postcard, thinking about you, whatever. Goes a long way, man. It can save a life. Theirs or someone else's, for real. Something to think about, man. And if it's fuck them, hey, if they just burn the bridge and it just can't be corrected, hey, that's their own fault. I'm not saying you have to, but if you can find it in your heart, it'd be nice. DJ Thugger, man. Like, comment, subscribe.